the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
And good, happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome to another live edition of Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coming to you from the WWDB TV studios in the heart of Super Bowl City, Las Vegas, Nevada. That's right, I said it. NFL, if you want to send me a bill and find me, too fucking bad you ain't going to find me. Thank you for tuning in. Whether you watch
this week?
That's tomorrow, I think, even worse. 3:30 p.m. Pacific, first kick. Anyway, WWDB TV on Facebook and YouTube. You can find the show on Aaron's Hour, same locations. And, of course, in about 5 to 7 days, check out the Roku channel of WWDB TV. Download it, and you get an option, or a plethora, as I like to say, a plethora of options to watch of this show, as well as a plethora of options of all the other shows and their plethora of options to watch. I don't know. Bunches and funches. I got a great show today. I'm so excited for today's show.
Is that today?
I hope so. Aren't we live? I hope so. I'm checking my pulse. Yeah, I'm live.
Right.
So today, listen, disclaimer right up front, folks. It's going to be a fun show, but if there's certain things you don't want to hear, I'll give you a little signal, maybe just like to turn your volume down for like 5 seconds. Hopefully, you can all have some fun with my guest today. Listen, I'm going to introduce him by simply saying this. Say hello to my little friend. There he is, little Jay Gambino.
Hey, how you doing?
And as it worked out, if you notice, we were also doing our best twins imitation today.
Yeah, it wasn't planned.
It was not planned.
Spontaneous.
I pulled out this jacket because I decided to wear my colors, and lo and behold, Jay walks in, and I'm like, what the hell? And we actually indirectly get our stuff from the same manufacturer.
Isn't that crazy?
I buy my stuff already made.
I have my shit customized. I'm a midget, you know. I'm a midget.
He's a little.
Yeah.
So,
I can say that word because I'm small. So don't get offended, people. And call me a little person. Call me a little person.
What's your right vernacular? Is it little person, short? What is it?
For me, it's just little Jay from the Bronx. But for all the people out there that are small, get over it. Okay? It's not so bad.
We're doing the Wizard of Oz?
No, I wasn't, but I could have been and I should have been. But I'll tell you this much. Being short is a beautiful thing. Do you know how many girls stick their tits in my face?
Oh my gosh.
All day long. I
Even
never
by accident?
No, on purpose. I never have to go to a strip club.
There you go.
I don't have to throw out money. They just run over me. They go, "You're adorable." They hug me.
Does it sit right on
They
the
shove
top of
my
your head?
face in there. It's just
Do
crazy.
the boobs sit on the top of your head too?
They everywhere. This depends. But the girls smother me. Like sometimes I even think they're gonna kill me. You know.
Well,
sometimes I think there's a hit on me, and
It'll be
they're
a nice way to
trying
die,
to, smother fuck me. Yeah. Yeah.
So, with all due respect to my guest, and I like symmetry, gonna go down a little bit. Of course, right now
Sit on the floor.
my knees are hurting me right now. As sure as the chair is.
All right, I'll do it. The plane.
Exactly.
Every time I go on stage following a tall comedian, that was funny.
That wasn't me. That was our off-camera guest, Peter Papa Giorgio's here.
Papa Giorgio.
He's got nothing
Peter
to do,
Papa
obviously.
fucking Giorgio. Hey, Peter, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's my brother
right.
from another mother.
But you didn't say it right. How you doing?
Yo, how you doing?
There you go. How you doing?
You're gonna call me your cousin Vinny again? He likes to come around. Hey, cousin Vinny.
Well, that's okay.
We're working on it.
More
How
stuff
you
to
doing?
come. How you doing? How you doing? Anyway, thank you for joining us on this Saturday. Listen, tomorrow the big game is on. Whatever you decide to do, please be safe. Don't do something stupid. I want you all back here next week to make sure you watch next week's show safe and healthy. Just enjoy the game, regardless of who you're rooting for. My Giants are in it, so I don't give a shit. I just want a good, solid game. But because it's Giants from the NFC, I do have to root for the 49ers because I will help support my conference. So bottom line, give me a good game. I'm picking the Niners 34-31. That's what I've said on 3 other shows, so I might as well stick with it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. All right, with that, you know what time it is, John, right?
What time is it?
Time for Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
All right, there you have it. Here we go. So this is the part of the show, Little J, where I love sharing news from around the world, around the country, around Vegas. But I usually like to start with winners because you know Vegas is not built on, winners, theoretically. That's why sometimes I get some great news outside of our city. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
What do you call Illinois lottery player wins a $25,000 a month for 20 years while playing a $10 scratch off. That's pretty good.
That's a good
That's
win.
not a bad return.
It's a really good win.
They're good.
It's a good win.
Where do they live, right? $10 scratch off. According to Illinois Lottery, the big winner hit the jackpot prize while playing 20 years of cash ticket that offers players a chance of winning $25,000 a month for 20 years. However, check out these odds. 20 years of cash players have a 1 in 3.52 chance of winning a prize because, you can get $2 on those things, right? But jackpot odds were much higher, 1 in 5 million. According to the Illinois Lottery. But here's the big decision.
That's better than the slots in Vegas.
That is very true. Although not at the airport lately. The airport seems to be doing a lot of winners. But here's a question. I'll ask you this question that the lottery winner has to make a choice of, okay? The winner now has to decide if they want to receive the $6 million prize in annual payments of $300,000 for 20 years. That's the 20 grand. Or is a one-time payment for $3.6 million in lieu of an annuity. Now, if the lotto winner chooses the one-time payment of $3.6, they would end up taking home about $2.5, paying $864,000 in federal taxes and $178 in state tax. Now, if they end up choosing the annual payments after taxes, they end up taking home about $213,000 per year after paying $72,000 in federal taxes and about $14,000 in state taxes. Bottom line question to you: would you take the one-time payment or would you take the monthly for 20 years?
It would be smart to take the monthly, but I take the one time because my clock is too. I got a tumor in my head, so
No.
yeah, I got a
Really?
brain tumor. Yeah,
Do you really?
I got a brain
What's your
tumor.
honestly, what's your diagnosis? I didn't know that. What's your
I'm in
diagnosis?
stage 4 brain cancer. According to them, I should have been dead 6 months ago, but
Oh
I'm
my-
still standing.
These-
Only because I look like I'm sitting. Yeah, yeah, no,
But can you do me one favor?
Yeah.
Can you wait till after 1 o'clock if God forbid something should happen?
I will.
I don't want to have anything happen.
I
while
will.
we're
So
live.
if something
Although it might be my
happens,
highest rated.
I love you. I
That's
love
what-
all of you. I love you, Ma. I love you, son. My Adam, he does all my media.
Yeah, hi,
I love
Adam.
all
Thank
of
you, by
yous,
the way.
my fans, my kids, my goddaughter Mia, my little Ashley. There's too many to name, but I love all of yous.
See, now you have this in
Yeah.
perpetuity. You
Yeah.
can have this clip
I have
and
this.
you can air it whenever.
No, I love all of you
and as
very
they
much.
say, and as they say, from my tribe being
Yeah.
Jewish, may you live to 120. We
Thank
don't
you.
need it so much.
I'm trying to live as long as I can, but you asked me a question.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So,
see,
In
that's
a-
what you got to get used to my show. It's like a cat.
No, no,
I'm all over the
it's-
place.
I'm all over the place too.
okay, but you
uh,
would do the
ordinarily, I'm gonna say this truthfully. Ordinarily, I would have said I'll take the long term,
Sure.
the 200 and something thousand a
Right.
year.
Mhm.
Just always know what's coming. You know,
Absolutely.
security.
Sure,
If it happened to me today that I won, no, I take the one time because I don't know about tomorrow.
sure, that makes sense. And
And my freaking brain surgery is like 500,000. So yeah, I would take it.
I don't blame
I
you.
would take it.
Are you looking at surgery seriously
Yeah.
for the tumor?
No, yeah,
Do you,
they're gonna.
do you know when and all that stuff? I mean,
It's just being
Hasn't been-
negotiated. It's
Gotcha.
a money thing. Tell you the truth.
well,
sadly.
on a person, and folks, I want you to know, I just met Jay 45 minutes ago when he walked into the studio, and I want to thank Peter for really hooking us up.
That's my
Because I
buddy.
love Peter. I've known Peter and Catherine
That's my brother
many years
from
to
another
count.
mother.
at least 10.
Oh, Peter.
So I seriously, whenever that happens, I want to wish you the best, and I want to know when everything is scheduled
Yeah,
so
thank
that I
you.
can keep you. I have you in my thoughts and prayers
Sure,
now.
sure.
That's because you dress really cool.
Thank you.
Anyway, so the
and
last.
you dress cool too.
Thank you.
You're the first person that dresses like me. We
Well,
just got to get your Bruno Capella.
I will
hat.
have to next time I go see Nader Fashions. I will
Yeah.
have to go get my hat.
Yeah, get your fedora.
I have a purple one because I actually purchased a purple jacket,
I have
and I was going to it.
I have purple,
Do you
red, blue,
see my reds?
silver,
I actually have
and
the
gold.
I have the crocodile look jackets as well
There
that
you go.
they sell. The red, the black, the blue, and the
Yeah,
black, the whole
yeah.
thing. But I bought a purple shirt.
But
for-
do you got the blue suede shoes?
No, I don't have the blue.
You gotta
suede
hold my
shoes.
leg up. Hold my leg up.
Okay,
so I
here
can
we
see
go.
it. Can you guys see that?
Well, let's see. we
I
may
got
have
a
to
little
turn it
midget
just-
leg. Yes,
Oh, he's
just-
got.
Yes, just put that leg up there.
John's got blue sneakers.
Blue
back
suede
there.
shoes.
That's right. All right.
Don't step on them.
Those shoes are a chick magnet.
Are they
Yeah,
really?
those shoes are a chick
Well,
magnet.
because of Elvis, right?
Yeah, I met this girl Katie because of these shoes.
Really?
I did. True story.
All right.
Lead singer from Jubilee show, Katie.
I remember Jubilee.
All because of these blue suede shoes.
I remember. Jubilee.
Yeah.
Did she have her blue suede shoes on that night?
Katie was singing the song Blue Suede Shoes, and there I was dancing, and she's like, "Oh my God, there's somebody here in blue suede shoes." We've been best friends ever since.
Good.
Yeah.
See, it does work. Anyway, so congratulations to that person in Illinois. The S is silent, by the way. Michigan. You know what they call someone from Michigan?
What?
Michigan.
I've heard that, and I never knew what the hell it was.
Well,
Yeah.
it's Yiddish actually meaning crazy. The word Michigan means crazy.
I heard a guy saying that on the phone. I thought he was calling for a call girl. Because we're in Vegas and they all got
Why
weird
not?
names.
Absolutely. So a lotto club. This is 3 individuals, 3 ladies that together buy their tickets. I've been doing this for years. Well, finally, this Lotto Club wins $6 million on a scratch-off ticket. How cool is
Wow.
that? Let's see, a 3-person lottery club winning ticket at the Down the Hatch Party Store. Interesting. In Holland, Michigan. Their quote is saying, our lottery club has been playing together for quite a while, and we always play scratch-off games, said the club's representative. I scratched off the ticket late one night, and when I saw the prize amount of $6 million, I had to take a look at the ticket several times to make sure I was seeing it right. So congratulations. You want to start a lottery club here, John? We got 4 people we could probably do a lottery club with right here, make our own club out of it. We don't even have to be initiated. You just need money. Okay.
Hey, the Golden Knights are going to take care of us this year.
Oh, okay. Now, have you heard the recent issues at the Fontainebleau Hotel that recently opened?
I went there just a week
How
ago
was
with
it?
Peter.
How was it?
It was great. Like when you walk in, there's all these fresh roses.
Okay.
So you know the saying, stop and smell the roses. So I did. Stopped and smelled the roses. Took off my Dolce & Gabbana glasses for a couple of pictures. Left them in the roses.
Oh,
So then we spent like the first hour trying to find my
them.
glasses.
Were they gone by then?
No, Peter found them. I was so glad because I
Oh,
was
that's
ready to
good.
tear up the roses and get thrown out of there. But Peter found them. But the bloom roses are beautiful. We were in this bar, Azul. Was it Azul?
Which is Spanish for blue.
Yeah. So and
How
Azul.
apropos.
Azul was cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was a cool blue. And we were at like a film network gathering. And then on the way out, we stopped by the Collins bar where somebody recognized me. They go, ain't you that comedian, Little J Gambino? So they're like, come here. So, and they happen to be from back east,
Right on.
and it was cool.
Now, you
We had a good
mentioned
time.
Brooklyn earlier?
The
Is that right?
Bronx.
The Bronx. And how long before you moved out here?
Truth be told, I was born in Chicago. My birth certificate's in Southside Chicago.
Oh, all right.
But my whole family's from the Bronx, so I was always a hood rat. You know,
Okay.
I was always a hood rat. It was Southside Chicago, the hood. Then it was the South Bronx, the hood. Then it
Does
was
that make you a Yankee fan?
Trenton, New Jersey, another hood. So I was like, Grandma, why do we always go to the hood? She says, listen to me. I got to tell you something. I go where the rent is cheap. There was a method to the madness.
Being in Bronx, so are you a Yankee fan?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Full everything New York fan. Mets, Yankees, Knicks, everything.
You know, you can't crossbreed. If you're a Yankees fan, you cannot root for the Mets. If you're a Giants fan, you
everything-
cannot root for the
I'm
Jets.
everything that was originally New York.
All right.
So,
Well,
know,
listen, with the
Best
last name,
pizza in Brooklyn.
with
There
the
you
last
go.
name, with the last name of Gambino, I'm not arguing with you.
thank you.
My
And
wife
you got to
was born in
figure
the
we got
Bronx.
to prop New York.
Yeah, oh,
City's so
absolutely.
nice they name it twice. New York, New York.
That's right. It's a hell
No
of a
other
town.
city is named twice.
Did you know New Jersey's the only state you can drop the word new and everybody will still know where you're from?
Really?
New York. If I drop New York, Pennsylvania. No.
Yeah.
Hampshire. The fuck is Hampshire? You
Yeah.
need New Hampshire.
Vegas.
But what? Well, Vegas. Yeah, but that's Las. That's not new, like a state.
Yeah.
Where are you from? I'm from Jersey. Oh, yeah. What bridge? What exit? Everybody knows Jersey.
Well, everybody from the Bronx, talks like they're gonna kick your ass. Really. You meet somebody from Brooklyn, they're like, "Hello, how are you?" They're kind of whining like on old Horseshack. But you meet somebody from the Bronx, like, "Yo, how you doing?" I mean, you feel like you're gonna get interrogated. I said, "How you doing?" You gonna answer the fucking question or what?
When you ask that question, does a
Yeah.
big spotlight fall on somebody like you're interrogating them?
Like
automatically?
sometimes, yeah,
it?
sometimes, yeah. It's crazy.
Where was I going? Oh, Fontainebleau.
Nice. It seemed like
Yeah,
a nice
nice.
casino.
Well, since it's open,
They got a lot of beautiful roses. If you want to stop and smell the roses, that's the spot.
And they almost had a pair of glasses on them too.
Yep.
When they opened, they lost a couple of big executives. People were resigning left and right. So check this out. The hotel has seen 4 executives leave in the first month, and it appears to be trying to recover some of the $3.7 billion price tag. Ask me how.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking. It's selling $55,000 upper stage tickets to its Super Bowl party, after party. Let's see. We got that.
55,000 for a ticket.
Yep. Let's see.
Who's going to that party?
The venue in the Live nightclub, right? L-I-V, Live, inside the Fontainebleau, and the cheapest tickets available were $7,000, which are now apparently sold out. For that price, up to 6 people can make use of a table on the back wall of the balcony, typical of like nosebleeds, right? If you want to be on the upper dance floor, the cheapest option is $35,000 for a table seating up to 10 people.
Okay, so can I butt in? For all you people that come to Vegas and lose your money the first day you're here, like tonight, when you lose your money and you're pissed off, after party, WSO. WSO, West Side Oasis, West Coast Apollo. I'm your host. I'm your comedian. We're having an after party. You can come in the door, guess what, for $5. Okay, so forget that price ticket. Just come on down. You have comedy, you have music, West Side Oasis, WSO, West Coast Apollo.
Excellent.
That's where my show is.
And I'm going to get down there in our matching uniforms.
You need to come in. They will love it.
Have you been to inside Allegiant Stadium for a football game with the Raiders?
I have not.
Well, a typical hot dog there goes for about $2.99. Want to take a guess as to what a hot dog will cost now on average for the Super Bowl tomorrow?
$20.
No, not that much. $13. That's over. What was the percentage? I was going to say 200%, but it's more than that. But it's a huge price increase. John?
My understanding is that ketchup, mustard, and relish is extra.
Bring your own. You better bring your own. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, listen, you come to an event like this, we know everything's going to go up. Price gouping, of course.
Upsell.
Now, the sphere, that round object, which is beautiful when it's lit up, they made their first, they reported the first revenue for the last quarter of the year at $167.8 million in revenue. Of course, you know who owns that, right?
No.
James Dolan, your owner of the Knicks. Right? He owns that. He was getting bashed when that was first being built because he offered to pay U2 $10 million. And with the cost of everything, he was going to open up in the red, which he is. All the numbers here are just absolutely staggering. But here's one other cost, and I'm not going to spend the time reading this because I'm running behind. The expenditures for operating expenses and everything, they ended up in the red, unfortunately. But what they didn't count on, they had to add this on this week because the human Spider-Man climbed the sphere this week. I don't know if you saw that in the news. Got to the top. This guy is known for climbing anything, sides of buildings, the Empire State Building, all that. He decided to climb the sphere 366 feet up in the air and caused $100,000 worth of damage to the sphere on the outside. So that's something that they didn't expect, which will now show up as an expense line on the first quarter reports for 2024. All right, Vegas Wrap 2.0 is done. I'm running a few minutes behind, which is okay because I can go further if I choose to. Not really. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to get more into it. Little J Gambino, more stuff to talk about with what he's doing, producing, fun, and of course, as always, my screwball questions will get mixed in. You're watching Aaron's Hour. Don't go anywhere. I promise you. We'll be right back or he'll hurt me.
Hey, everybody. I am Aaron Phillips. You are?
I'm Governor Val Brown Klingelhofer.
And we host what kind of show?
We host the most fabulous show on this network you've ever seen. It's all about Kiwanis and what's going on in our different cities.
And Kiwanis Connects is the title, and you can watch us every Friday morning, 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific time, right on Facebook or WWDB-TV. Say goodbye.
Bye, everybody. Aloha.
Hi, I'm John P.G. Stiles. Some people call me JPEG. You can probably guess why. I'm the founder and partner at WWDB-TV. Does your business need a commercial, or do you already have one and you just want to get the message out there? Do you need a sizzle reel? Do you need an audition tape for a part that you're up for? Or have you ever thought about hosting your own show? Well, this is the place, WWDB-TV.
Hi, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, which is a good thing my name is that because if it wasn't, the title of the show would make absolutely no sense whatsoever. Little J Gambino joins me, comedian, producer, songwriter, philanthropist, which let's try to say that fast. He does do good stuff in the community, which we'll get to as well. He's from the Bronx. We have the same tailor. What else can go wrong around here? Do you have your
We
phone
even
with
both
you,
wear
Peter?
glasses.
And we even wear glasses.
We
Do
both
you have
wear
your phone with you?
glasses.
Can you pull up the feed of today's show and share it to him directly if you can, if you don't mind?
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
So we're going to get into it a little bit. You've been entertaining how long?
I've been entertaining in Las Vegas since I was 23.
Okay. And
I'm
when did you
58. I'm 58.
Are you really? You look
Yeah.
great for 58.
Thank you.
I'll be 60 in July. You look
You'll
better
look
than me
great.
at 58.
You'll look great. You'll look great.
So when did you realize the bug? When did you? How old were you when you realized that entertainment is where I wanted to be? What was your aha moment?
When I got thrown out of class for imitating, I like to do imitations.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
feel free to at any time.
Well,
by
we
the
had
way.
a substitute teacher, and she was
Be
from
kind to subs.
yeah, she was from the Philippines. And the Filipino people talk like that. Yes, ma'am, yes, sir. They talk like that, and they point with their lips like this. Give me that thing right there. I want that thing right there. So my friends knew I could impersonate almost anybody.
You got a side shot there working for. He's got a one shot on you. It's right the
Got a
last one there
side
to the
shot.
left. See,
Well,
where-
what
but
I'm wondering is this microphone blocking my face because I'm that
no,
fucking
not,
short.
not on the one shot.
Oh, there you
so that's
go.
your camera to the left
There
when
you
he
go.
does the one
I
shot.
love this mic though. This mic is like
classic, isn't it?
wow. It's like classic, old school. I
Anyway, I
love
didn't
it.
mean to interrupt you.
I just want to walk home with it, you know. So, but it's half
Everything
my
you have.
size.
And
It's the length of my legs, you know. Just to tell all you people, Gambino is derivative from the word Gambia, and Gambia means something small and peculiar about the legs. So our family crest is actually a small leg, and if I had shorts on, I would show you my sexy little leg here that they got on the family crest. So people go, "Are you really Gambino?" Yeah, the DNA doesn't fucking lie. Would you look at my short little leg? And I always got that little grin on my face, just like Carlo Gambino. He always had a grin, kept everybody wondering, that's me. Yeah. So
go back to the Filipino
back to the
substitute.
Philippines. So I'm the class clown. I'm always making the kids laugh. So I learned to
What
do
grade is this?
Yeah, this is in junior high school. This is in junior high school. This is in the 8th grade. And I'm making everybody laugh because summertime came and went. We came back to school. Everybody was tall like you, and I still look like I was in a hole. And so all my friends were like, "What's wrong with you? Why don't you grow?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And they're like, "You never fucking grow." So they started calling me Little J. That's where I got that name.
mhm.
So I'm in the room and I'm making everybody laugh. I'm telling jokes. Filipina teacher gets really mad and she says, "I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't like what you are doing. You're taking over my class. Don't take over my class. You're taking over my class." I said, "How am I doing that?" You are contributing to the delinquency. You are creating uncontrollable waves of laughter. I kid you not. She wrote me up a fucking pink slip. Uncontrollable waves of laughter and sent me to the office. I get to the office. The principal's like this Jewish guy. And he's looking down his glasses. You know, his glasses are down here. And he's like, "What am I going to do with you? Jay, you did it last week. You did it last year. You do it all the time." Pulls out a file about this big. I've got about 60 freaking write-ups, and they all say the same thing: uncontrollable waves of laughter. The kids always would ask me to tell them jokes before class started.
Right.
I always would, and here's what would happen: teacher come in real serious. This Filipino lady says, "Okay, I'm going to run the class now. I need all of you to be quiet now because you are going to watch me."
Oh,
And
that sounds
she-
like that Filipino substitute was from India.
Well, she wouldn't use a pointer. Like, you know, she was some geography. She used her lips. "I want you to tell me what that is right there." I'm like, "I don't know. You're trying to blow a kiss. What are you doing?" "That's it. I want you to leave. I want you to go to the office." So it was apparent that I was kind of funny
Gotcha.
because the kids would hold back the laughter.
Sure.
But what happens is when you hold the laughter, every kid knows this. Once you let it out, once one kid, because you go,
It's catchy.
and once one kid lets it out, you have 40
Like
kids
a yawn.
laughing. There you go. And I loved it. It was
So what was
such a
your
high-
first what was your first formal appearance, stage or otherwise? What was your first true gig, so to speak, when you took those skills and
Well,
ran with it?
from school, I went to the National Broadcasting School.
Oh,
I
remember
got my
that.
degree in radio and television broadcasting, so
Yep.
I have an FCC license. Back in the days of spitting records,
Right.
really records wearing the headsets that are super
Yep.
big,
That's where I got my start.
ripping the news off the AP wire as it happens. Associated Press.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't
Or
know,
Aaron Phillips if you want
yeah,
AP.
when they used to say "rip the news," that's what you rip the news 5 minutes before the top of
Sure,
the hour, and you
sure,
deliver
yep.
it. So I was at this radio show, and they liked that I could do voices.
Mhm.
And so I was with Pat Garrett, KYRK, Power 97, and we're doing it. And I'm just being goofy and funny and goofy, whether we're talking about Cindy Lauper or whoever. And somebody just called me up and said, "You know, you're really funny. Why don't you come down and do a little bit at Mr. G's?" And I'm like, "Really?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay." And I went down and I got on the mic and I killed it. I wasn't embarrassed. I wasn't
Right.
afraid. I just talked about my life, you know,
Mhm.
growing up a midget, you know. They're like, "What's it like to be so short?" I'm like, "Okay." So girls tell me all the time, "Oh, I love Italians." I go, "What do you love about it?" "Well, I love Italian stallions." I look, "Well, will you settle for a Shetland pony? I'm a midgetized stallion here, you know." So I just
Was it a
learned-
short comedy act? That's all I want
I just learned it was a short comedy.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Couldn't
and
resist.
then you know the tall people
Right.
always got the mics way up there. So I came out right away. I got an HQ. The plane,
Right, of
boss.
course.
There you go.
Of course.
But I liked it. I liked the high.
Sure. Of
Honestly, I liked the high. Laughter creates endorphins. It was a high. It was the best high I
Well,
ever
it's
had.
energy, if nothing else.
You know, smoking
Right.
weed just put your ass to sleep. But laughing, wow, you think you could do anything?
And that's why I like doing my show live. A lot
Yeah.
of the shows here on the network do the pre-records for convenience and scheduling.
Yeah.
But I like doing the live, and I like when people do come in. I mean, Peter knows me, but we
Yeah.
have some people come in. But the energy, knowing that you're doing a live show in front of people, there's nothing like it.
It is, and I've realized it was funny because I always wanted to be a singer, but I knew I had no voice.
Okay.
So I figured if I just write parodies, it's okay if I sound like a train wreck. You know, if I sound like a train wreck, as long as my lyrics are funny.
Right.
So every song, every pop song, rock, pop, and hip hop, I would write a parody.
Well, I think we have a little video that has some of that, which we'll get to here in a few minutes.
But I got one for Peter. I just came to my mind
Oh.
yesterday.
Okay.
I don't know the song. I don't know why it popped in my head, but are you ever out like in Walgreens and they're playing like music? So
Yes.
I was in Walgreens and I'm picking up some dog food and I heard this song from the 80s. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know what the fuck they're saying. I don't know if they're saying, ooh, my material, or they're saying, ooh, Papa Cheerio. But I thought, dun, 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 ooh, Papa Giorgio. Boom, boom, boom,
There you
boom.
go.
Ooh, Papa Giorgio. I like it. Do you guys know what song I'm talking about? No. Oh, somebody named that tune. It goes dun 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 dun. Ooh, my material, or ooh, mama Cheerio, or I don't know.
Putting it in the chat room.
But if I can't,
Madonna's Material Girl.
if I can't understand the words,
Did you hear what he said? Madonna's
yeah,
Material
it wasn't
Girl?
Material Girl. Dun 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 dun.
To me, I just think of Keystone Cops.
I don't know. But
I'll Google that.
I knew that Peter was
Morse
picking me
code.
up today. He was my ride to get here today.
Right.
And I knew he was picking me up. And so I was just thinking, tomorrow I'm going to see Papa Giorgio, Papa Giorgio, But
First time I met Peter and Catherine, we invited him to come on my show Vegas and Rap with Ricky Cash, and of course at that time the National Lampoon Vacation series of movies were starting to roll out,
cool.
and the one in Las Vegas had just hit, and of course, first question I asked him, you had the character Nick Papa Giorgio in the movie, and here's Peter Papa Giorgio sitting here with me in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is too much of a coincidence. I mean, he gets that, I'm sure.
It was like you and me with the jacket.
Exactly. I'm telling you, this is good. And I saw a picture of little Jay on his profile that had a shirt, different color of what he's wearing. And that was when I made the connection. This is like, oh boy. And then to actually pull out the same, anyway.
And what was crazy was I was almost going to wear the red because you commented on the red.
Oh, okay.
But then because I have a show on Monday and I was dressed in the swag, I thought it's close to Valentine's. So
Sure.
let me wear the red on Monday. So I'll do the blue
Perfect.
today.
And it worked
look at
out.
this.
And I
Look at
pulled the
this.
blue one out because I wanted to wear my colors today,
Yep.
just so people know that this is Aaron's hour, like the sign above my head over here says anyway. All right.
But what I was saying about
Yes, please.
parodies.
Yes. Oh, the parodies.
Okay. Because I always wanted to be a singer, but I can't carry a note, but I'm very funny. I thought every song that irritates me because I don't know the words, I'm going to parody.
Absolutely.
Like that one. Papa Giorgio, bum, 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 ooh, Papa Giorgio. I don't know the words. So I started making parodies out of songs I didn't understand.
Okay.
I'll give you one.
Please do.
Louie, Louie. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. What the fuck is he saying?
I know.
Does anybody know?
So you must have a lot of fun with Bob
I
Dylan
always-
songs then.
Yes. I always pictured, though, that guy that sang Louie, Louie,
Right.
like totally drunk, just sitting on the corner, downing a fifth. Louie, Louie, oh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. So at that time, I was a pothead. I just smoked my pot. So back then, I was like, I would eat fudgy brownies.
Mhm.
I mean, every time I was stoned, I would eat. I'm a chocolate freak, but every time I was stoned, I would eat fudge brownies. So I was like, I heard the song Louie, Louie, and I was like, thick and fudgy. Oh, yeah, that's how I want my brownies. Yum, 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 yum. I like them chewy, gooey. Oh, yeah, that's how I want my brownies. So just stuff like that. So songs I didn't understand, I parodied.
And it makes sense.
And then songs I really like.
Because we sing them wrong anyway. When we hear a song,
Yeah.
we don't know the
You
lyrics.
just say
we
what
sing,
you think
right, what
you're
you think
hearing.
right.
Yeah. And then other times just I write songs to promote how I feel.
Mhm.
Like I was the victim of some serious road rage one time. and I'm driving, and this guy's just in a mood, and I'm in my little sports car. I'm in a little T-top Firebird, and he's in this humongous,
Was it a Mini Cooper?
oversized van. No, it
Sorry.
wasn't a Mini Cooper.
Had to. I'm sorry.
I'm Italian. It was
that's
a T-top red,
Yeah,
tricked
sorry.
out Firebird. So I'm driving it, and this guy in a humongous custom version van, he's just riding me, and I'm thinking any minute he's gonna cream me. So the red light comes on, so I stop. He speeds around me, blows through the red light, and he's like, "Fuck you!" And I'm like, "What did I do to this guy?"
Right.
I stopped like I'm supposed to at the red light. Light turns green. I get to the next light. He goes down, and he's in a big, ugly, oversized custom conversion van, and he's plomping on down the street. He stops, cuts me off, stops in front of me, like almost makes me hit him. I come to a screech. He jumps out of his car to give me the double bird. He jumps out and he's like, ah! And I'm like, what is this guy on? I'm really wondering, is he going to kick my ass? So by the time I get to work, and I was on my way to a radio station,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time I was doing parodies for Mark and Mercedes in the morning.
Oh, sure.
Mix 94.1.
I know Mercedes.
So I'm doing parodies for them. And I thought, okay, this guy's just rattled my brain. So I turn on the radio, and they're playing, play that funky music, white boy. So I just, they said to me, how's your morning going, Jay? I said, it's going crazy. I said, this guy flipped me, then double flipped me. I go, he's road raging to the max. I go, yeah, he was flipping and screaming and driving up beside me. And just then I noticed his one finger salute. He shouted every ugly, nasty word now. Every ugly, nasty word. Every ugly, nasty word now. Guess what, y'all? He ended each insult, flipping me the nasty finger bird. That nasty bird, oh, flip me the bird.
That's great.
So that's how I just handled the bird.
And you obviously you do all of that. This is like no prompting. You're not ready. This is all off the cuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
there's, I think off the cuff comedy like that is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because you have to be quick. You have to be on your feet. You have to be aware of your surroundings to be ready. So, I mean, I think it's
I'm
great.
more than on my feet. Like in my shows, I jump off the stage and get interactive, piss my videographer off all the time. He's like, Jay, here's the X. Can you stay on the X? Can you stay on this X today? And I nod. And then they introduce me.
do.
And I love to dance. So I'm like, I look swag. I look good. I'm my mama. Wish I would. People are like, what the fuck? Did we come to a comedy show or a rap show? What? And then I grab the cordless mic when they give me a cordless.
Right.
And I jump off the stage. I get in the audience and I get everyone to sing with me. And
So that's the trick now. In order for your photographer, your videographer to get upset, they got to give you a wired mic.
Yeah, and then I get pissed. I'm like, I'm sorry I can't reach you. I'm a dog on a leash today. They gave me a corded mic. This is why I'm not up there close and personal the way you love me to be.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now, and you kind of touched on your music is kind of all the different.
I sing about what you think about, but don't dare say.
Recycled music, though, is what you use. We'll get to that in
That's
a second.
what I call it.
But I want to throw a couple of curveballs out at you.
Okay.
What's your favorite actor? Who is your favorite actor? Not female.
Al Pacino.
Actor. Al Pacino. Favorite female actress?
Oh, geez. Now my age is going to come out. I'm 58. So my favorite female for comedy.
Whatever.
I love Goldie Hawn movies. I love every comedy Goldie Hawn's ever made. She's cute
Did
to
you watch
look
her
at
in Laugh-In
and very
back in the
funny.
day?
Yeah,
Laugh-In,
the
right?
Go-Go Girl. Yeah.
The Go-Go Girl.
I
Absolutely.
mean, pretty funny. That's for comedy. But for serious movies for female actress, I do like Sally Field.
Mhm.
She's done comedies too.
Absolutely.
I like comedy, but she's done good series. And Bette Midler. Bette Midler is funny and serious.
Flying Nun
So-
for Sally Field is the first TV show.
But
she
now
did.
I'm showing my age.
That's
you know,
okay. I show my
58.
age all the time, and I go,
Yeah.
I just showed my age.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an HQ.
Absolutely is. All right. Favorite car so that when you have enough money, which you may already have it, what is the car you want to see parked in your driveway someday, assuming you don't already have it?
Well, I don't have a car anymore.
When you did.
I was in an accident, totaled the car, and the doctors suggest I don't drive because of the brain tumor.
Mhm.
But now I could think about maybe being chauffeur driven.
Okay.
Man, there's
Well, you're already being chauffeur driven.
Yeah.
I mean,
Peter took it for a
Just-
job.
Peter Papa Judge, yeah.
driving little J.
Yeah.
Whole
If
new
somebody
movie.
wanted to drive me around and I was just filthy rich, I guess I would get the Ghost, the Rolls Royce Ghost.
Okay.
Have you guys seen that car?
Silver Cloud.
Rolls Royce Ghost is like, and then here's my thing: they have a built-in bar. How do you have a built-in bar when there's DUIs? I mean, I don't, is that just a setup? Look
You
what
would
I
think,
can
right?
do. You push a button, the wine glasses come out, the vino's sitting there iced.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But most
it's
limos have that. A lot of them, like champagne.
but
I
this
mean,
Rolls
but-
Royce is called
Yeah.
it's called the Ghost. But no, really, what I like classic cars.
Okay.
If I could have a 1947 Ford out there, the old mobster car, the bootlegging days, I would just love a nice 47.
Suffice it to say, you've probably been to the Mob Museum a few times.
When the Mob Museum first opened up, they asked me to meet and greet outside, and I meet and greeted outside, and
Right.
I don't hang out there.
But I mean,
I
to
grew
go
up
in and
with
see
grew up with so many wise guys that are like the real deal. Forget about it.
There you go.
There's nothing in there I want to see. It might bring me back bad memories. I don't know.
Last question for this round before we take our last regular show. When you drove, so I'm going to have you
when
go
I
back.
drove.
When you drove, you stop at a red light.
Yeah.
And you're a singer, not a good one, self-professed.
Yeah,
unless it's a par-
self-professed. I'm not
unless it's a parody.
trained.
No,
I'm not
but
trained.
what is your favorite all-time song so that when you're at that red light at the time and you're stopped and you don't care that anybody's looking at you, you start singing and bebopping. You could be doing the Elaine Bettis of dancing if you wanted to. What song are you performing in your car without anybody caring about what they're seeing about how crazy you're
If
doing?
it's lunchtime and I'm on my way to find some food because I'm all about the food,
Right?
then I sing my parody because Two Live Crew made a very sexual song called Me So Horny,
Okay.
but I flipped the script and I turned it into Me So Hungry for Italian food and wine. And I get an audience every time at the red light because I look and they're looking at me and I'm like, oh, me so hungry. Oh, me so hungry. Oh, me so hungry for Italian food and wine. I got home from work and took out this girl's card. I met her at the deli, said she likes salami hard. So I called her up. I said, hey, good looking, if you crave Italian food, yeah, I'm in the kitchen cooking. She came to my house and she said she was impressed that the smell of my food made her want to undress. She likes a sausage sweet and a pasta sauce. She got an appetite for food. Gosh, she's so hungry. And at that point, whatever girl is in the next car, I go, back me up. They're like, oh, me so hungry. Oh, me so hungry. And I've done that so many times. I've never had nobody beside me to film it. So honest to God, I do that on the fly.
Right on.
I get a lot of backup. I get guys that are singing with me, girls that sing
Sure.
with me.
Sure.
And they love the part where they go, I like to watch you cook. I like to watch you sing. But one of these days you get my sausage strain. Yeah. Food
All
and
right.
sex.
I lied. I
goes
want to ask
very
you
well.
one more question before I go to break. All-time favorite movie, so that when it comes on, whatever channel it's on, you grab your favorite snack, popcorn or whatever, your favorite adult beverage. You bring whoever you want to watch with you. You turn off your phone not to be bothered. What movie is that for you? I told you these would be tough
I got
questions.
2 all-time favorite movies because I am a comedian, so I love
Yes.
comedy.
Mhm.
But I'm also Italian, so who doesn't like the mob movies?
I have no one that better say that
So
they
of
don't right
course,
now.
Pacino, he comes on Scarface. I could
Yep.
watch it 1,000 times. And if you go on YouTube, hear Little J Gambino, Tony Montana, What's Coming to Me. I wrote that rap for the international trailer 30 years ago.
Wow.
It's called Tony Montana, What's Coming to Me. I'm impersonating Tony Montana so well that people thought it was him saying it, but it wasn't.
Right on.
And then that's my serious, Italian
Sure.
thing. And then comedy, it sounds silly, but in the 80s, there was this movie with Kelly LeBrock and these nerdy kids. It was called Weird Science.
Weird Science.
You remember that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you remember the nerdy little white boy?
Yeah.
You remember when he goes into the all black club and the older
Yes.
black dudes got the cigars and the fedoras and they're like, hey man, tell us what you like about that girl. And he's like, man, I like her tits, man. I like her tits. And they're getting him drunk.
Right.
And he's a little 16-year-old getting drunk with these 60-year-old black dudes.
Because she took them in.
Yeah,
with her.
I love that freaking movie because he starts going, yeah, I'm going to tell you how it is, man. As he's getting drunk, he's trying to be black and cool. And it's funny because right now I host a show at the WSO, which is the West Side Oasis, located on Lake Mead and Revere. It's an all-black community.
Mhm.
And when I play that crowd, it's predominantly black. There
Mhm.
might be just 2 white people and
And they're the
everybody's
servers.
and everybody's like, aren't you scared? I'm like, what's there to be scared of?
Right.
I'm like, this is the coolest, classiest joint. It's iconic. I said, these are a couple of guys that have the coolest jazz club because
Right.
they do a Sunday brunch with jazz. But there was this guy that played a harmonica. He passed away, so rest in peace, Cecil. But there was the Cool Miss Band, and these were all black dudes, like by the age of like 69 to 79. And they play the music every time I'm in there. Well, Cecil was always on the harmonica.
Right.
And he'd go, Gambino, Gambino. He'd go, give us a beat, Gambino. And he would get on the harmonica. And I would do it like the kid from Weird Science. Always came in my head. And I'd go, I'm at the WSO. And he's like, WSO? It's the West Coast Apollo. And he's like, West Coast Apollo. And if you don't know, it's the place to go. I always felt like the kid from Weird Science.
Sure.
So people, come support me at the WSO. That's where I'm doing my show every Monday night, 6 to 9 p.m.
There you go. All right. With that, we're going to step aside for our last break of the show because we have more to get into with Little Jay. Find out what he's doing to help the community and what it's all about for him now in his life. Don't go. We'll be right back.
Don't.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
Hi, I'm George Miklos.
Hi, I'm Rick Upchurch.
Hi, I'm Aaron Phillips, and we are
The Round Table. Check us out.
Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time Live.
on Facebook page as well as WWDB TV.
All right, welcome back. You were within a second of missing our wonderful stagehand here, taking care of
It was
some
like
stuff.
Mission Impossible. Dun, dun,
Right, he had to crawl under- had to crawl underneath the camera. You're watching Aaron's Hour. Little Jay Gambino, comedian, songwriter, fun guy, parody performer. As you met, just give again real quickly where you do your show because people may not have heard it before.
WSO, it's the West Side Oasis. I have a Monday night comedy show, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I have a lineup of comedians, a lineup of singers. Terry and Hero own it. It's a classy place. It's classy, not trashy. Come down and check it out. And I'm crazy. Okay, I'm gonna already tell you. It's like no other comedy show you ever seen. Okay, I give away complimentary bottles of wine to people that come in groups of 6 or more. I tell jokes. I do parodies. I have you sing with me.
To make people laugh.
I make
That's
it
the
a
bottom line.
star. And last week, it's gone everywhere. In the middle of the show, because it's supposed to be a 3-hour show, and we turned it into a 4-hour show because of the rain.
Okay.
But I packed them in the rain, Monday night in the rain. So I had on the side what looks like an assault rifle. It's a gold-plated assault rifle. And I
put that in
picked
my.
it up and I said, "Say hello to my little friend."
It was
And
bigger than
everybody
you
said,
was. I
"What the
saw the
hell?"
picture.
It was heavy, and it was loaded with $260 worth of tequila. And I said, "All right, everybody want to get shot tonight?" And then everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah." And I said, "Come on over." And everybody in the club started coming over. And
Right on.
I gave everybody a shot just as my thank you for coming out
Sure.
in the rain.
Absolutely.
So you never know what I'm going to do at the WSO West Coast Apollo.
There you go.
Anybody wants to be a comedian, I'll give you 10 minutes on the mic, okay? Come as you are, shine like a star, see if you got what it takes. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about the black community. They don't like you, they'll let you know.
I'll let you know.
So if you can make them laugh, you're in. Me, I'm the Jim Carrey of the bunch.
There you
Hey, he made it, so can I.
Absolutely. If you go to the show page, which some of you are probably watching on, this week's post of Little Jay coming on, I actually used that picture in the promo post of you holding the gun.
Oh, the golden
Absolutely.
gun, man. Everybody's
Absolutely. So
been
it's out
calling
there.
me. Everybody's like, that's iconic.
Golden gun can mean so much, and I'll just let the
The
rest of those
golden
thoughts go
gun.
by. All right, let's talk about. Please share with us what an ambassador for peace is all about.
Ambassador for Peace. Now you see my serious
I know
side.
I want to get a
Yeah.
little serious because there is always a serious side.
I
of
had
everybody.
the pleasure and honor of being appointed by the Universal Peace Federation an ambassador for peace position 16 years ago. So I've been an ambassador for peace. I take it very seriously. It's probably the only time people see my serious side. I mean, I've actually had women in my life that go, "Just shut up and kiss me," because I'm trying to make all kinds of jokes. But now when it comes to this, my motto is real simple. Material things are replaceable, but people are not. People are not replaceable.
John, can you go to this one shot, please?
So whatever I can do to save a life, whatever I could do to make you feel a little better about who you are, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a humanitarian first. So I really, all my life, I wanted to be a social worker. I wanted to help people, and I was. Here in the state of Nevada, I was a child care case manager for 3 years until somebody came in with a gun, tried to kill everybody. And then I had to, become the Kung Fu master. And with that, I got a leave of absence. It was the best thing that happened to me, though, because I was so wrapped up into all these hurting souls that when I got a leave of absence, because I attacked the guy and choked him out, but he had a gun. So on the leave of absence, I needed to unwind all the garbage that I was hearing, because there's a lot of hurt people that have been hurt in so many ways. Some people are hurt in ways that are just, you can't even imagine the crappy things people are doing to each other, and for most ungodly reasons, whether it be because you're a different color, or whether it be because you're not living a lifestyle they approve of, whatever it is. And so I started being, at that point, instead of being a social worker for the state, I started four-walling shows all over town. And I started something with a buddy of mine called Streetwise Alive. And I do rap music. And so the motto was, I'm streetwise alive, I get high in life. Put down the gun, put down the knife, it's time for you to get high in life. I'm streetwise alive. So I started doing little four-wall shows. If you were a kid from a broken family, if you were a gangbanger, whatever your deal was, if you were a kid that's always getting in trouble with the law, I encourage you to vent. Write poetry to vent how you feel. Write one-person monologues to vent how you feel. Act out a skit. Sing a song. And I started four-walling these shows. I'm finding amazing talent. So what I like to do is, all the independent artists out here in Vegas, I like to help you take your craft to the next level. So I give you a platform, because you could be really good. You could be singing in that shower every day and hitting every note. But if nobody hears you, if nobody knows who you are, you're never going to go anywhere. It's just going to be your own silent gift. But you can share your gift with the world if you have a platform. So I teamed up with another ambassador of peace, Rosemary Flores. I teamed up with her 9 years ago. And every year we do something called Waking Up as One Nation. And I put 22 independent artists on one stage right there in Freedom Park. We're better to do it than Freedom Park. We do every genre on that day. On that day, we don't care if you're rock, pop, hip hop, reggae, Italian, Mexican, African drum. We don't care what genre you do or the way you dance. I put 22 people on one stage. I'm the entertainment director. 22 independent artists on one stage for that one day, 4-hour concert, free. Okay? I'm an ambassador for peace. I'm not here to take your money. Free. And for 4 hours, families can come. All walks of life can come. We're sponsored by City Hall. We're sponsored by everybody up there in City Hall for the last 9 years. Felipe Ortiz has done a lot for us. Bob Coffin has done a lot for us. Fiore and all of them at City Hall. But I get up there, I MC, I bring them on, I bring them off, I bring them on, I bring them off. But the whole vision and mission is to create unity in the community. Stop gang violence, stop racism. Understand that all lives matter, okay? Even the dog. Whatever has a heartbeat, whatever bleeds, whatever loves, it's a living thing, it matters. And on that day, it's so incredible and beautiful. If you go on YouTube and you go Little J Gambino, Waking Up as One Nation, you'll see a lot of different shows. We performed every year, except for the pandemic, of course. We had to hold off during the pandemic. And we just bring people of all walks of life on stage. So what I'm doing now as a humanitarian is I'm over there at the West Side Oasis. My vision and mission is to turn it into the West Coast Apollo. There's a lot of history over there in that predominantly Black community. I mean, the Moulin Rouge is right up the street. The Harrison House is up the street. And for those of you that don't know, the Harrison House, way back in the day of segregation, the Harrison House is where the Black Las Vegas entertainers had to stay. So I'm all about rebuilding that, rebuilding the Moulin Rouge. And I think it would be great if people from New York started coming to Vegas and saying, hey, we got to stop by the WSO West Coast Apollo. I want to put singers on stage. I want to put comedians on stage. I want to do something that will benefit everybody. Terry and Hero are good, hardworking people. They have a beautiful establishment. I want to build up their establishment, bring more traffic through the door. Anybody at home singing in the shower, singing to their mom and dad, writing poems all by themselves, come down, grab the mic, 10 minutes of spoken word poetry. Come down, grab the mic, sing that original song. Come down and be the comedian. Be funny.
For those who are used to singing in the shower,
Yeah.
can you stand over them with a hose to make them feel comfortable?
It'd be a funny ass skit. I will bring a fake one.
I didn't mean to bring that because what you said
Yeah.
is very powerful stuff.
Yeah.
But this is the visions that I get in my head
Yeah,
when I'm thinking
yeah.
about that. I want to say that, first of all, when is your next show for that?
Every Monday, 6 p.m. to 9
No, but
p.m.
the 22 people you put on stage for 4 hours.
Waking Up as One Nation. We do it every November of every year. You'll always see posts on it. It's me and another ambassador for peace, Rosemary
Is there a
Flores.
website for that?
Just go Little J Gambino
Okay.
Waking Up as One Nation and
Okay.
you'll see it. We've been covered by different news media, news interviews. We were the first group of people to do an outdoor concert after the shooting. When October 1st happened, our show was then in November 3rd, and everyone was scared, of course, because of the shooting.
Sure.
And that was another thing I did as a humanitarian. I started a support group so that everybody could come out
Right.
and talk about what they went through, because a lot of people never experienced nothing like that. And I encourage people to write it through poetry, because at the time I was married and my wife's cousin was shot, and thank God he lived. But my wife's cousin was shot and took a couple bullets, and they got him out, and he's not quadriplegic. But it was a very serious thing. And I realized that the pain people were feeling. I mean, when you can't go out to a concert and just have some fun, you need to talk about it.
One of the best shows I ever did when I was on K-Shop at the time, when K-Shop was at a different number on the dial. I did a 2-hour special shortly after 1 October, where I had a whole panel of people that were there involved in the first hour was what was going on around them before the incident, to set the stage for us. And I had bartenders there, I had entertainers in the panel.
Yeah.
Then the second hour, of course, was, well, now let's change the second hour to, now here's the shooting. Where were you? What were you going on?
Exactly.
Doing? And if I'd ended my career, I could have very well hung up my career doing this right after that show, because I thought it was one of those I've ever done to bring forward the humanity to that event by talking with these people and the willingness to come on and even talk about it. And some of the people I had on, I knew personally. Others were referred to me by others to come on the show. So it's interesting that a lot of things for people after a lot like when September 11th happened, our normalcy in life changed. Well, here in town, 1 October changed a lot of normalcy in this town. But there's one thing about this town, whether it was 1 October, those police officers that were gunned down at CC's Pizza, all of that stuff, they were literally executed in the pizza joint. This town comes together to support itself. And that's one thing you can't take away from that. I want to pledge to you, we only have a couple of minutes left before I get to my last couple of silly questions. When that platform is ready to go, number one, you're going to come back as a guest. Bring anybody you want to come on and talk about the event, them appearing, whatever you decide to do.
I would love to bring the artists.
Absolutely, we'd love to. And if there's even anybody that's did you have your bottle there? Where's your bottle? Can we get a bottle of water for Jay, please? I think that may be it right there. Can you grab that, Peter?
Yeah. This
is our very expensive stagehand for us.
And driver.
Oh,
thank you.
There you go. But most stagehands don't go in front of the camera. They go. That's his max headroom little thing there. By the way, Catherine's in the chat room. Love you, Catherine. Thank you for jumping in there. Of course, he's our.
Are we talking about Catherine?
Yeah, Catherine, his other half.
Hey, the best lasagna maker in town.
Was she put in there when you were
I'm ready for more lasagna.
When you were doing your parody song in your car, she put in there "Me So Hungry." So obviously your song is a #1 hit. But while you're taking some water there, like I said, you have talent. You want to get exposed. You let me know. Whether you come around with them or not, but you make the connection. Whatever, we'll do that. I know Peter will.
I would love to shine a spotlight.
Absolutely, be happy to do that.
That have been on that stage with me.
Absolutely, sure. And then in November, when the event comes around, I know you said you're the entertainment director for that event, but I also know that people who put events together are stretched so thin with everything that they're doing. I will pledge to you that if I'm available and you choose to go down this road at any time, I'll be more than happy to donate my services as an MC and host that event with you, for you, whatever you want to make your life easier for that event, because you're going to be running around doing your thing as a director.
I'm going to ask you something on that note.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now I'm going to get serious.
Okay.
Can you hear me back there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll adjust for it.
Let me do this one more time. I apologize.
It's
I
not
lost
water,
my
it's
voice.
tequila that's in there. He's got choked up over his own story.
Yeah.
Then I have only 2 more serious questions to ask, and we can wrap up.
Since you hit me with that,
Yes.
I've had a lot of people tell me I could count on them.
Mhm.
Once I came down with my stage 4 brain cancer, my brain tumor, all these so-called friends disappeared. A lot of people I cared about stabbed me in the back. So I'm going to ask you right here for everybody to see.
Yep.
Because I believe you. I believe you when you say you want to help for the cause.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Look, you guys see, I don't have that head of hair no more.
I thought that was a pay us. Where
This
I come
is
from,
my-
that's a pay us.
This is my warrior braid.
Yep.
This tells me fight the battles that count.
Wow.
I put beads in it to look friendly.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I look like, Robert De Niro. Hey, you're talking to me. You're talking to yourself. But here's the thing. I had a terrible wake-up call when I was diagnosed last year, 2023, with a tumor the size of a grapefruit in my head, ready to explode. I had to still do Waking Up as One Nation. The vultures were out. You guys know who you are. The vultures were out. I'm not even dead. And they were calling Rosemary and trying to take this venue that me and Rosemary started with things like, well, Jay's got this brain tumor. Jay might die. Who's going to take over? I'm saying it now, Rosemary. I'm going to make sure you get this clip. Nobody takes my spot on that stage until I'm dead. And they got to be a humanitarian. They got to be there for the people, for the vision and mission to create unity in the community, for the vision and mission to create value in others, to understand that we all have a talent. We're like an international buffet. We all put something on the table. We're feasting. Rosemary, you don't let any selfish singers or actors or anybody in the entertainment industry fill my shoes. A humanitarian must fill my shoes. If that time comes and I'm in the hospital because they've cut my head open, if I'm in a coma, or worse, if I'm dead, I want you to introduce yourself. The name is Rosemary Flores. I'll make sure after this show that you guys meet.
Can you see my eyes right now?
I see they're tearing up, and I appreciate that, man, because I'm telling you guys the truth. Nobody's going to take what me and Rosemary built to help people, to help our community, and use it as a selfish platform. So this gentleman right here, I'm telling you, Rosemary, if I'm in a coma, if I'm dead, if I'm recovering, and it's time for Waking Up as One Nation, you always need help. Me and Rosemary run ourselves ragged.
I know.
You call to John, you get him up there.
Aaron. That's
Aaron,
John back
I'm
there.
sorry.
That's nuts.
It's a brain tumor. I'm
Nuts.
sorry.
Just
No,
kidding.
on a serious note, I get all fucked up anymore. But that's John over there. This is Aaron. You call Aaron, Rosemary, and you say, Aaron, you said whatever you could do of assistance. Jay's not with us. Hopefully, if I'm not with you, hopefully I'm just recuperating. But whether I'm dead or whatever, or in coma, come forward, help her with whatever you can. Give media, give attention to the independent artists that donate their time. Nobody gets paid at that gig. This is for the community. This is entertainment that people don't have to wonder, can they afford the ticket? This is entertainment that's for the whole family. This is 4 hours of family-friendly music from all over the world on one stage. Yes, if you discover that I'm in a coma or I have died or I'm just recouping and just too weak to get back on that stage, I struggled.
I'm there.
You guys saw me. I let the show go on. My doctor said, absolutely do not get on the stage. I pissed off all my doctors it was supposed to be in November. We did it in October. I don't know why, but we did it in October. I got on stage, but for the first time I needed assistance. As I was going up and down the stage, I needed someone to literally help me. DJ Jackpot, you helped me a couple times get on that stage. And because I was so dizzy and my head was pounding. And I felt like at any moment, my head was just going to burst like a firecracker. But the show must go on. That's the first rule of showbiz. The show must go on. And I wasn't going to let nobody down. Everybody prepared for it. So, yes.
I will pledge to you that we're running out of time, but I will pledge to you this. No matter where I am in this country at that time, and
Yes.
I hope to God it's a long time.
It's every November, and I hope I'm here to still
Wherever
do it.
I am in the world at that time, I promise you and to Rosemary and everybody in the future, I will hop on a plane and I will get my ass out here to do whatever you ask me to do, whatever's needed.
I'm the entertainment director, MC.
Okay.
You would have to help MC the people off and on
Not
the
a
stage. Because Rosemary, Don't give it to them sharks. You know who the sharks are. No sharks get my spot. Somebody that gives a shit and cares gets my spot.
As a 30-plus year Kiwanian, I know all about giving to this community.
I got a couple of certificates on my wall from the Kiwanis.
Yeah. I have about 30.
And one thing I want to say,
Yes.
City Hall so sponsors us that everybody that's involved in Waking Up is One Nation, at the end of the show, they get a certificate signed by everybody in City Hall. I've got these certificates all over my wall. So that's the payment. You are given a certificate, a thank you of gratitude for
Huge
helping
pat on
your
the back.
community.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful. It's an official City Hall certificate. So you'd be getting one of those too.
I'm not
you know?
doing it for the certificate.
Yeah, but I'm just
Please
saying
understand that.
that's
But
how we
fine.
we roll, you know.
So John has given me the wrap up, so I got to do this quickly. I have two final questions for
Yes.
you. Number one, if you look at the back of my phone for a big hint, who's your favorite superhero, Batman or Superman?
Well, there's Batman there.
So who's your favorite superhero?
I don't know. I'm gonna take Batman. He's kind of mysterious.
Second
He's kind of mysterious.
Second question, I need you to be brief with this. When the day comes, for a long time, you hear me, God, that you are at the pearly gates
Yeah.
and the maitre d' is there to greet you. What is it you want to hear the maitre d' say about you upon entering?
I want to say, admit it. God has a sense of humor. That's why he created me, okay? God has a sense of humor. That's why I am the way I am,
There you
because
go.
God has a sense of humor.
All right. Well, I can't end it really any better than that, other than the fact that I'm going to steal his hat and see if it looks as good with me on my jacket as it does on
But you
him.
got to go like
It's
this.
got to go sideways.
You got to do it. Forget
Gotta
about
do
it.
About it. Say, forget about it. Y'all better be back here next week when I do the
That's
show
really
again.
good right there.
I don't know who my guests are going to be, but check my social media pages, and I assure you I'll announce it there. Thank
Yeah,
you for
and
watching.
don't
Aaron's Hour.
forget about it.
Little-
Don't forget about it.
Little Jay Gambino, thank you so very
you.
much, my
Thank
friend.
you, man. Thank
Everybody
you.
for watching. Be kind to everybody. Why? We are all we have, folks. See you next week right here on Aaron's Hour. Thank you again for watching.
Ciao, ciao.